Welcome friends to this series of learning Google Cloud Platform. In the last lesson we learnt about Managed Instance Group. If you haven't watched that video, you may go through that now. We are providing the link to that video in description. Now, in this lecture we will learn various things on GCP Load Balancer. Are you excited to have this experienced? I am sure you will be delighted to have this learning. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please do it now. This will help you to watch when new videos will be available. Also please hit the notification button so that you can get notified too. So, let's get started. A load balancer distributes user traffic across multiple instances of your applications. By spreading the load balancing reduces the risk that your applications experience performance issues. Cloud Load Balancing offers various load balancer features. With Cloud Load Balancing, a single Anycast IP address is a frontend for all of your backend instances in regions around the world. It provides cross-region load balancing, including automatic multi-region failover, which moves traffic to failover backends if your primary backends become unhealthy. Cloud Load Balancing reacts instantaneously to changes in users, traffic, network, backend health, and other related conditions. Cloud Load Balancing is a fully distributed, software-defined, managed service for all your traffic. It is not an instance-based or device-based solution, so you won't be locked into a physical load balancing infrastructure or face the high availability, scale, and management challenges inherent in instance-based load balancers. Cloud load balancing can scale as your users and traffic grow, including easily handling huge, unexpected, and instantaneous spikes by diverting traffic to other regions in the world that can take traffic. Autoscaling does not require pre-warming. You can scale from 0 to full traffic in a matter of seconds. Layer 4 and Layer 7 load balancing. Use Layer 4-based load balancing to direct traffic based on data from network and transport layer protocols such as TCP, UDP, ESP, GRE, ICMP, and ICMPv6. Use Layer 7-based load balancing to add request routing decisions based on attributes, such as the HTTP header and the Uniform Resource Identifier. External and internal load balancing. You can use external load balancing when your users reach your applications from the internet. You can use internal load balancing when your clients are inside of Google Cloud. Global and regional load balancing. You can distribute your load-balanced resources in single or multiple regions to terminate connections close to your users and to meet your high availability requirements. Cloud Load Balancing supports features such as IPv6 global load balancing, source IP-based traffic steering, weighted load balancing, WebSockets, user-defined request headers, and protocol forwarding for private virtual IP addresses. Cloud Load Balancer has integration with Cloud CDN for cached content delivery. Cloud CDN is supported with the Global External Application Load Balancer and the Classic Application Load Balancer. Cloud Load Balancer has integration with Google Cloud Armor to protect your infrastructure from distributed denial of service, DDoS, attacks and other targeted application attacks. Always-on DDoS protection is available for the Global External Application Load Balancer, the Classic Application Load Balancer, the External Proxy Network Load Balancer, and the External Pass-Through Network Load Balancer. Additionally, Google Cloud Armor supports advanced network DDoS protection only for external pass-through network load balancers. Cloud Load Balancing offers two types of load balancers: application load balancers and network load balancers. You choose an application load balancer when you need a Layer 7 load balancer for your applications with HTTP or HTTPS traffic. You choose a network load balancer when you need a Layer 4 load balancer that supports TLS offloading with a proxy load balancer, or you need support for IP protocols such as UDP, ESP, ICMP, and so on with a pass-through load balancer. Just in case, if you are not aware what TLS offloading is, let us tell you what it is actually. TLS offloading, also known as SSL termination, is a technique used in web servers and load balancers to improve performance and simplify the management of TLS or SSL. When TLS offloading is implemented, the server or load balancer is responsible for handling the encryption and decryption process, relieving the application servers from this task. Thus it improves the performance. Application load balancers are proxy-based Layer 7 load balancers that enable you to run and scale your services behind a single IP address. The application load balancer distributes HTTP and HTTPS traffic to backends hosted on a variety of Google Cloud platforms, such as Compute Engine, Google Kubernetes Engine, and Cloud Run, as well as external backends outside Google Cloud. Application load balancers can be deployed externally or internally depending on whether your application is internet-facing or internal. External application load balancers are implemented as managed services. Clients can connect to these load balancers from anywhere on the internet. These load balancers can be global or regional. For global external application load balancers, only the premium tier is supported. For regional external application load balancers, both premium and standard tier are supported. For classic application load balancers, the load balancer is a global load balancer in premium tier but can be configured to be effectively regional in standard tier. Application load balancers use the open source Envoy proxy to enable advanced traffic management capabilities. On the other hand, internal application load balancers are built on the Andromeda network virtualization stack and the open source Envoy proxy. This load balancer provides internal proxy-based load balancing of Layer 7 application data. You specify how traffic is routed with URL maps. The load balancer uses an internal IP address that is accessible only to clients in the same VPC network or clients connected to your VPC network. These load balancers can be regional or cross-region. Regional internal application load balancers support only regional backends. Network load balancers are Layer 4 load balancers that can handle TCP, UDP, or other IP protocol traffic. These load balancers are available as either proxy load balancers or pass-through load balancers. You can pick a load balancer depending on the needs of your application and the type of traffic that it needs to handle. Choose a proxy network load balancer if you want to configure a reverse proxy load balancer with support for advanced traffic controls and backends on-premises and in other cloud environments. Choose a pass-through network load balancer if you want to preserve the source IP address of the client packets, you prefer direct server return for responses, or you want to handle a variety of IP protocols such as TCP, UDP, ESP, GRE, ICMP, and ICMPv6. To determine which cloud load balancing product to use, you must first determine what traffic type your load balancers must handle. As a general rule, you choose an application load balancer when you need a flexible feature set for your applications with HTTPS traffic. You choose a proxy network load balancer to implement TLS offload, TCP proxy, or support for external load balancing to backends in multiple regions. And you choose a pass-through network load balancer to preserve client source IP addresses, avoid the overhead of proxies, and to support additional protocols like UDP, ESP, and ICMP. You can further narrow down your choices depending on your application's requirements, whether your application is external internet-facing or internal, and whether you need backends deployed globally or regionally. Thank you friends for watching this video. We from the Learning Light team congratulate you to complete this learning. In this lecture we've learnt many things regarding GCP load balancer. We hope you gained enough knowledge to start with load balancers now. In the upcoming lecture we will jump on in the GCP web console and will create our first zonal load balancer in the Iowa region in the USA in front of the managed instance group that we had created in an earlier session. Wish you all the best and good luck. Before leaving here, please do not forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. We worked a lot to present you with such a thing. So, please encourage us by putting your comments in the comment section. If you have any doubt, please leave your concerns and we will reply with our best efforts. Have a nice day and see you in the next lecture.